Okay. Couldn't sleep. It's like, what time? 5:30, 6:30, 6:30, 6, almost 7 right now in the morning. So, last night I was thinking about how the whole case. And again, there was a whole bunch of minutia there last night I couldn't even tolerate, so I sat on the side, listened. Actually, I had the volume down, and I'm thinking, what's the best way to protect Richard Allen? What are the only things that could go wrong in his environment? I don't want to get too graphic. The only things that could go wrong in his environment come from human beings, guards and inmates. Well, we might be able to protect him through the inmates. How would you do that? You have to get the inmates together. Now listen, you're appealing to the inmates. People, they themselves may have been convicted wrongly. Listen, I'm thinking this out. They themselves may have been convicted wrongly. Better to appeal to them. Don't touch this guy. He may have been convicted wrongly. That way, they will be less likely to go after him. Keeping him alive long enough to see a second, third, fourth, whatever the hell it has to take to get him a fair trial. Okay, how do we do that? You go to the prison ministry. And funding. Now, certain states have laws that no inmate should profit off of their crimes. And in certain cases, I agree. But when you have an innocent man, you got to look around. You got to work around that. The money or funds, whatever, support, whatever you want to call it, to make you feel better, might have to go through his family. So you could get the money to his family as support. But that still doesn't address where he's at. Somebody has to be able to be talking to the other prisoners, and that's going to be through prison ministry. You get them together. How do we do that? Well, you know what I'm thinking? Joe's a graphic designer. He's got all the information on this case. Joe could put together a video PDF or whatever the hell you call it and get it to, and I guess all you got to do is get one final edit on the facts, print that up, store it. You can make more copies off of that, of the particulars of the case. What's wrong with the case? Get that over to whoever you can, the prison. You can saturate the market with that stuff if you know what you're doing. You got to make that video up. You got to get maybe PayPal or something together. And nobody does anything for nothing. All right? So, even to get these prison ministers to do a damn thing, even though it's just, they might want their palms greased. Which, you tell me a priest that doesn't get his palm greased. All right? So, you might have to, support the ministry somehow, that during the ministry events, happenings, whatever the hell you call them, that they address that situation. And I don't mean in a roundabout way. Oh, the sheep went in the field and they fed them fish and loaves of bread. No, you have to be brutally honest. So you have to find a prison minister that's got his mind on more than I don't brutally honest. That's got his mind on more than extra testicular activities. Listen to what I'm saying. So you may have to work it that way. But I think I'm onto something here. And now all yous get the chance to prove, I'll pray for. I'm giving you the way to do it. I'm giving you the way to do it. My father always told me, shit in one hand and pray in the other and see which one fills up first. Brutally honest. You have the opportunity now, and I'm the one that thought of this idea. In order to protect Richard Allen, you have to have some control over his surroundings. And how is that? How is that going to be? That's going to be to appeal to the people that are around him. And like I said, the people around him, they themselves have been convicted wrongly. So, I'm 70 years old. I'm sick as a dog. I may not be here tomorrow. And the stupid social workers decide they're going to take a day off. And the day that they take off is the day that they're supposed to be helping me. Right? So that doesn't make a difference. So I get nothing done. And I'm telling you, I'm not getting any of this time back. My idea, listen, you go over this again if you have to. Joe could come up with a video that can be distributed to the priest, whatever the hell you want to call him. And specific instructions. The funding will have to be set up somehow, either to get the money to RA's wife, which will be putting an added burden on her to try and get these minutes. But all he is, listen, I go, pray. Well, now's the time that you get your ministers together and you work on this. And you tell them TPH victims sent you. And this is my idea. And this is how I figure that Richard Allen can best be protected. Because what are you going to do? Ask the prison guards? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to ask the prison guards to protect them? Richard Allen is sport for them. So last night was pretty rough for me. I'm sick as hell. And it's early in the morning here. I couldn't sleep. So what's that's how many minutes I've been on, 7:26. I'm going to run in here and get a donut, which this place has been undercooking the donut, so you bite into a mouthful of raw dough. Jeez, holy mackerel. Okay, how to protect Richard Allen. You got to control the environment around him. How do you control the environment around him? Well, the only way to do that is to appeal to the prisoners and hope that they have more brains than the damn jury did. Or more backbone, not so much more brains. Hey, the jury knew what the heck was going on. They last night you were talking about the jury was hanging their heads in shame. And they should be. Spineless. And also I've been getting threats from YouTube. Oh no. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you may have. I may have. Plus, again, the country's going down the toilet. And all you that want to talk crap about politics, Trump is the one that backed up the red flag thing. He's the one that backed up the Patriot Act. He's the one that's trying to back up First Amendment rights, altering them so that we no longer have First Amendment rights. And that one woman that was on there, oh, Trump is a Lord. Trump is a Lord. And I told her, look, you don't know what you're talking about. I talked to Joe last night on the phone. Ask Joe what I said about Tulsi Gabbard and how Tulsi Gabbard and Joe have something in common. See, I go deeper than oh, we're going to pray. I pray and I cry. And nothing gets done. I got more done through crying, actually. That's actual interaction. So, Joe can make up the video, and it'll have to be geared towards that sort of mindset. Joe being in the intelligence or lack of intelligence field, how to use somebody's lack of intelligence, and Joe will figure it out. And get a video made up that can be given to the ministers. And if the ministers are worth their weight in salt, I don't know. Listen, I could get sarcastic and nasty too, because my life was destroyed by the Jehovah's Witnesses. There's a whole story behind that. Why my family was torn apart. Because my mom wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. My father wasn't. And the Jehovah's Witnesses are totally okay with getting into a family and alienating the entire family so they could have a couple Jehovah's Witnesses. And I escaped that. So I believe in action, not words. So get the video made up. Gear it towards that mindset there. Doling out the money or setting up a Patreon fund, whatever the goddamn web does. You set up those accounts. If it can't go to a Richard Allen directly, you're gonna be in dire straits if it has to sit in the clergy's hand, because the clergy is always glad to stick its hand in the poor box. Brutally honest. The clergy is always glad to steal from the poor box. You give money to the church, you're a good parishioner. You ask money from the church and you're a sinner. Get the hell out of my sight. Understand my point of view. You hear this? This is the goddamn neighborhood I live in. 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning, and this is the crap I got to put up with. Now, I've given you the key. It's up to you to figure it out. I don't know how to use a computer. Do any of you? For those of you who do, the job is fine. When he gets there, I understand that. We got to wait until we find out. Yeah, of course. I'm way beyond that. I'm already thinking beyond that, okay? Beyond, we can do, yeah, okay. When we find out, or lay the groundwork to find out where he is, we start working from there. That's all there is to it. So I may not be there tonight because I gotta get my head together. This crap with these social workers, man. Two 20-year-old guys trying to counsel a 70-year-old man, a 70-year-old dying man, and they were poorly trained. Remember, they're only college students, and what the college teaches today, the college professors are openly Marxist. And they're just brainwashing you. You're being propagandized. So, intelligence. Intelligence. Yeah, I'm good with that. So, that's the best I can figure for now. You can't let this idea. I planted the seed. I gave you the key. Now you got to bring this to fruition. You got to bring this whole thing around to the point we can use it to save Richard Allen's life. The way to do that is to keep the prisoners off of him. How do you keep the prisoners off of them? You educate them. How do you educate them? I'm giving you everything. You educate them through classes. How are you going to get them into classes? You get them into the religious classes that you people, all of this works. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see. I've given you the thing. I'm waiting for the results. So I'll put this up 13 minutes, 40-something seconds, for whatever the hell. I'll upload this. And let's see your smoke. Let's see what happens. I've given you the best. Oh, also, check out Here's the Deal on YouTube. I get a lot of my political information from him. I get a lot of information about the police and the courts and everything through him. So that's an excellent site. And he's neither pro or con with, he's not pro for either side of the political parties, because I believe and he believes that it's two sides of the same coin. You're voting for the lesser of the two evils, you're still voting for evil. So with that in mind, hit the thumbs up. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to eat some raw dough, and I'll talk at you later.